It doesn't matter the goal, the career, or what area of life that it is that we're talking about here, but to be successful in any area of life, it comes down to how we utilize time, okay? Now, I didn't say manage time, okay, which yes, managing time can be a piece of it, but it is how you utilize it. It's not just managing it, it is utilizing it effectively to ultimately get to where it is that we want to go. And whether that's with your career, whether that's with a fitness goal, whether that's with a relationship, whether that's with whatever, it is all about how we utilize our time to be effective, all right? Now, I can tell you over the last 10 years of going from a college kid who was broke, just walked across the stage, minimum wage job, entry-level position, to building into an executive position, accomplishing quite a bit through health and fitness, going from running 1 mile and crying to being able to run 100 miles pretty much on a whim, okay, is all through utilizing time effectively, all right? Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, when we think about utilizing time effectively, it is based off of the results that we drive inside of that time. And one of the things that most people struggle with is they say yes to too many things, which then capitalizes or uses up a lot of their time in a way that doesn't help them propel themselves forward, based off of their goals and what it is that they want to achieve. So the very first thing that we have to understand and truly understand and live by is that we can do anything we want in this world, but we can't do everything. Part of that is understanding what it is that what your priorities are, and then saying no to things that aren't in alignment with that. One of the best things that I have learned is that when something comes up as an opportunity, because there seems to be a lot of opportunities in this life, and a lot of things can seem super shiny, super cool, like, yes, let's go do that. But really, when you analyze that opportunity, is it going to take you closer to or further away from your bigger goals, right? Ultimately, what it is that you want to achieve in life, all right? If the answer is yes, it is going to take away from the ability to do that, well, then it doesn't matter how great the opportunity is. It is not the right opportunity for you because it is utilizing time that then you cannot use in a different manner to help propel you forward. Okay, so learning to say no, right? Now, inside of this, one of the best things that I think we can all do is learning to wake up early, all right? Now, I did not say you have to wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., okay, because there is no magic time to wake up that makes you successful. The magic happens in how you use the time that you are awake, okay? So what do I mean by that? For me, okay, waking up early is waking up with enough time to do two things. One, invest in myself. And that is why I have my morning routine set, and I have built that over the last couple of years of what I need to take care of to set myself up for success for the day, as well as what do I need to set myself up for success long term, right? So this is reading 10 pages, visualizing, gratitude, goal reflection, stretching, mobility, things like this to set me up for today, but also investing in my skill sets that I can use down the road to ultimately reach my goal and continue to build my career or reach my goal with my health and fitness and continue to progress and push myself that way. Okay, now that is part one of why I get up early. The other part is, again, having adequate amount of time to take care of my most important responsibilities for work and for the team. Okay, that way, before the actual work day gets started, before everybody else shows up to the office, before whatever else happens, okay, I have taken care of the most important things for the day that I need to for my career and to support my team. And you might be thinking, well, why is that? Why wouldn't you just use the work day to do that? Okay, well, I can tell you over the 10 years of working a part of a team and being an intrapreneur and building my career, things always come up, okay? And when things come up, the ability to say yes to help a teammate, to help a boss, to help somebody else around me is one of the best ways that I can build value in myself, and you can build value in yourself, okay? Because again, it comes back to time, right? We only have 24 hours in a day, but so do our coworkers, right? So does our boss. And if we can make sure that we are in a good spot to be able to say yes and help them, which can save them time or help them maximize their time and achieve more and earn more inside of their time, do you think that's going to make you more valuable or less valuable in their mind? Well, Well, let's go with more valuable because that's the right answer. Okay. And so this comes down to understanding that to set yourself up for success, okay, you need to go ahead and be disciplined enough to take care of what it is that you need to take care of for yourself early, so that then you can ultimately take care of everybody else and help them achieve what they want to, which is going to drive your stock and your value up inside of a company. Okay. So again, when it comes to time, it is all about utilizing it effectively to set ourselves up for success. Now, a couple other things that I want to talk about with time that have really helped me out is really dialing in on effectiveness, okay? Let's look at this from a couple different areas of our life, all right? If we go to the gym and we're there for 2-3 hours, but while we are there, okay, we are just walking around on our phone, kind of lollygagging, are we going to get in better shape and reach our goals? No, we're not going to, right? Or let's think about reading 10 pages a day. If you just read 10 pages a day, that doesn't mean that you are now smarter, that you have developed skills and that you have knowledge and that you're going to get the benefit of reading 10 pages a day. It's about being able to retain that information, okay, so that you can apply it, so that you do get the benefit of it and you strengthen those skill sets and or that knowledge, okay? So understanding, again, effectiveness with how we utilize our time is always the most important thing. So it's not about necessarily doing more, right? It's not about adding in a whole bunch of stuff. It is respecting your own time and understanding how do you utilize it to be as effective as possible. Okay. Now, again, this is a process that in and of itself is a skill, because there's a lot of things that I wasted time doing. There's a lot of books that I read that I didn't retain the information, and I would have been better off just sleeping or doing anything else because I didn't get the benefit from it. But over time, I have become more and more effective with my time in understanding how to make sure that I'm utilizing it in the right ways. Okay. Now, one other aspect that I think is very, very important and has helped me a ton with building my career as well as, building my life in general is understanding that we will never have more time than what we have right now. Which can seem contradictory to this whole video up to this point, because I just, established and we agreed upon that everybody only has 24 hours a day. So what do I mean by that? Okay, that we're never going to have more time than we have right now. That is a thought process that I've had in my brain since I was 22, graduating college. I didn't have any kids, no pets, wasn't even in a relationship. Okay, so the amount of obligations that I had, obligations to my time, things that are non-negotiable, things that will absolutely take time away from me, okay? I had less of those. So by default, that means that I have more time now, right? Well, as I have aged, okay, and as I have grown my career and now being in a relationship and also having a little, fur baby over there, okay, I have less time than I did at 22, 23, 24, okay? So why is that important? Why is that important for all of us to think about? Well, one, it increases urgency, right? And it also mitigates excuses in the sense of like, all right, if we think that we're stressed right now, okay, if we think that we don't have time right now, okay, well, how is it going to be when we have kids, okay? Or how's it going to be when we have pets? Or for me, think about from a career standpoint, when you actually have a team that is depending on you, right? When you're building your career inside of a company, okay, especially early on, you're typically not leading the team. Yes, you might be a leader amongst the peers, but you're not leading a team. You don't have as many responsibilities. You don't have as many meetings. You don't have as many, whatever the case may be. So, okay, so again, you have more time now than you will down the road. So understanding that and think about, okay, well, what I can do now is set myself up for success with being effective with my time and making sure that I have a great foundation of knowledge, based off the skills and the things that I will need, big picture and long term. So whatever that is for you, okay, invest in those things now, all right? So again, time. It is our most valuable resource. And the thing is that we all have the same amount of time. But what differentiates and separates, all of us is how we utilize the time. Okay, every single action that we take matters. And when you think about that, that can be overwhelming. But the good news is that when you just simply look at working to make one good decision at a time, okay, it helps eliminate a lot of that stress or maybe some of that uncertainty that we all face of like, holy shit, like I got a long way to go. I have so much to achieve. How am I ever going to get there? We can simply focus one good decision at a time. And again, going back to how do we decide what a good decision is thinking about, okay, and asking yourself, is this going to get me closer to or further away from my goal? And when we understand that, and we can take a lot of those actions in the right direction to get us closer to our goals, and we understand that, hey, if we get up early and we invest in ourselves and we take care of what we need to, we can build value in ourselves with the people around us, and that we can look at, hey, we'll never have more time than we have right now, so we better act urgently to set ourselves up for success. Because if you think that you don't have time right now or you're stressed right now, well, you got a rude awakening down the road. So by applying that urgency to ourselves, it makes it a lot easier to continue to say yes to the right things and say no to those things that are going to take us away from our goals. So understanding that 24 hours in a day and utilizing time is what's going to help us get to our ultimate goals and set ourselves up for success. So hopefully this video helped you out. Like, comment, subscribe for more. If you have any comments or things that have helped you better utilize time, go ahead and drop it in the comment below. Or if you have any specific questions, drop those in below. We'll always do anything I can to help individuals that are working to help themselves.